Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly. So I'm hearing that this is gonna be a love reading. 10 of Pentacles, reverse, 4 of Swords. Someone's contemplating what it means to ground the situation. They don't quite have a grasp on it because it's giving they need to be more connected with you, but death is giving there's things that are in the way of the connection. It's giving like they just don't want things to appear awkwardly or out of control. Like they are what they're choosing to do right now is cleaning things up, is what I'm getting. Doves could be significant. Sunflowers could be significant. The color orange could be significant. Someone could be spiritual or like religious. Parties could be significant. The color yellow could be significant. What does the collective need to know for their highest good at this time? Oh, we have the Moon card, and we have a 7 of Swords. This duo's giving like someone hid from you something about the situation or about themselves that is like preventing you from walking away. It's like giving you're gonna walk away anyway because you can sense that something's off. It's like whether or not they tell you what it is, you're gonna sense that is off and you're gonna walk away anyway. And it's giving the fact that they hid something from you made the situation worse. It's giving the hermit cards now is like if you had boundaries or you went kind of I don't know, like it's giving like you could tell when someone's like really needy and not independent or has some sort of situation, like when you spend time by yourself and then they're like struggling of like where are you, it's like, dude, hang out with yourself, because that's what I'm doing. I'm hanging out with myself. But it's like maybe they're really triggered because they've been in bad places, or maybe they do bad things. It's giving someone's on a journey here with their intuition, where they feel like their intuition misguided them, and it's giving maybe your intuition was right, but then someone around you was misguiding you, judgment, and you listened to your material world more than your intuitive, like psychic world. It's like, because it's, of course, like the material world, it's like so strong, it's physical, right? But it's giving like someone who exists and they have like their own willpower and their own intentions. Like someone could cast bad judgments, and like we have the Chariot card now. Us giving domino effect. Someone's seeing it in good and bad ways. Someone's seeing a little bit of a delay. And that's okay. It's like, it's giving divine timing. It's giving divine, it's like rejection is protection. It's giving, someone needs to hear this, okay? If you're having a hard time having a baby, like conceiving, it's giving spirits rejecting this baby because maybe it's not meant to be with this person. But like, be careful of how forceful, like how much you're forcing the situation here. That's not for everybody, that's only for a few collective, but it's like, it's giving like your circumstance, you're going to be intentionally misguided by spirit if you have ever intentionally misguided someone. So it's giving like It's giving like if you are going to put something against someone's will, then something else is going to be placed into your life against your will. And it's just like that placement shift, you're like, it's going to be unique for everyone, what the placement's going to look like, what it's going to do. But it's like, it's giving like, don't force, like, it's just, things are going to come naturally. So someone who might be infertile, and maybe it's just like, that's the frequency you're on when you're with this person. It's not that you are infertile, it's that this person makes you infertile. That makes sense? Like, someone needs to listen to the more softer, quieter guidance. The one that's not someone else's opinion. Someone needs to look at the greater picture of like, okay, it's not working out because something else is supposed to work out. But the details of your life, like you're stuck because you are supposed to be, because maybe you stuck someone else, you know, and it's giving like you can unstuck yourself by unstucking, like making amends, and like some things is just some release, or sometimes like calling back your power is like they come in a form that you don't expect, where you're like, okay, I call back my power, I want to be a strong woman, or I want to be, and it's like, then it calls in situations where you were weak. It calls in situations where you needed to change your behavior or change your reaction. It's like, oh shoot, what am I supposed to be doing differently here? And it's like, if you do the same thing again, you're going to be like feeling self-defeated. You're going to feel like nothing's changed. It's giving like someone needs to relax, slow down, relax. Someone has fear over being alone with their thoughts. It's because you're not ready to address the real problem. It's like, what was really confusing for me in my teenage years was I never truly had a problem being alone. I was always alone. Both my parents worked a lot, and then it was like better to not pay caretakers, babysitters all the time, and I eventually just started taking care of myself. But it's like, I never really had a problem being alone, but my problem being alone was that when I was with the people that were leaving, I would be triggered by the thoughts that would come up surrounding them. I wasn't ready to let go of those people, but I was also like struggling with the thoughts that came with them. So then I would feel so much anxiety whenever they would leave. Like, it was just like a weird feeling of someone needs to pay attention to when someone's breadcrumbing, where if they may be triggering this for you. Like where they're doing the bare minimum and then they leave, and you're being triggered, like all these warning signs, and you don't want to accept it. You don't want to be alone to face those things, because sometimes there's a difference between being alone and facing your own stuff and being alone and facing the stuff of the people around you. And it's giving like, just be careful here, okay? Because the people around me at the time, they meant harm for me mentally, maybe physically sometimes, and it's giving like, when they leave you, when you're alone with your intuition, you're going to be given these warnings, but if you're not ready to receive them, you're going to like, it's but friends, your happiness is your happiness is a birthright. So if you're thinking, oh, there's a lot of time like in this pain with these friends, with these people, like whatever it is, it's giving like the time is ticking, because like, do you want like, there's more time here, or there's more time like somewhere else happier? And it's giving like, allow yourself, break yourself free of those chains, like whatever's holding you back from happiness. just get rid of that, whatever energy is holding you back. Call it in, and a situation will help you. For example, I had a phone call with, like, I'm trauma healing, because there's trauma that gets in the way of me loving myself and gets in the way. My low battery went off, but there's trauma that gets in the way of me loving myself, and there's trauma getting in the way of me loving another person. But I'm ready to, like, I'm still attracting in my person because I'm loving myself through trauma healing and through all this stuff. But it's like my phone call with them, there was a lot of trauma in the way. So it's like I called it into my energy of, like, okay, let's get this trauma out of the way. What is really the problem? Okay, fear. Fear is the problem. Other people's fear, other people's problems, other people's things. And literally the next day, a big emotional explosion came up surrounding fear. And it's like I had fear surrounding love, but then all these other things that triggered fear in my life resurfaced, like a domino effect of, like, I need to release this fear in order to love. But how do I release this fear? An event happened that was very scary. What do I need to release? The bad energy. It's like when I talked about it, then it drew in the car accident, when it's like when the victim is not the victim anymore, when it's like, okay, I was really victimized by having someone attack my car, and I felt shame, I felt guilt for being attacked. I'm like, oh my God, like, and everybody's like, I don't know what you could possibly do to, like, be attacked like that. It's like, it made me feel like I did something wrong. And it's like, when I was like, oh, this is not my shame, this is not my guilt, I'm going to start talking about this as part of, like, my life purpose, as far as, like, teaching others. There's karmic timing. And so when I was ready to talk about it, and I'm like, okay, someone needs to check their blind spots, it showed me a blind spot in my family. It showed me a blind spot where someone hit me, and they had a blind spot where they weren't checking their blind spot. But then it also drew in, like, okay, I need to heal a father wound because my dad helped me that day. I need to, heal these things. Like, just certain things get triggered when you're ready, when you call it in. So it's like, okay, well, I want this person, but what does it mean to be closer to this person? And it's like, I didn't know I was going to manifest a different baby daddy situation that helped. It's like when you, it's giving soul contract, it's giving when you commit to forever with someone, on a soul level, you release the ego details, and it's like, someone's just really seeing their real soulmate. They're really seeing why it did and didn't work out. Someone's letting go of life circumstances and just living. Someone's just living. Someone's grounding their feelings. Someone's grounding. It's giving like someone wasn't really grounded in their feminine energy, in their emotions, and it's giving, now they know it's important, like why it's important. They put an end to like toxic masculinity, or even like, I'm hearing double standards, like someone's putting an end to that, like hypocrisy. Someone's just understanding what they need to do to be more in their divine masculine or more in their divine feminine power. Someone's just, it's like understood the assignment. Someone's seeing patience differently. Someone's justice is being served as long as you remember like your own self-fulfilling prophecy and how strong that is. And don't skip any steps, okay? Just don't, like, someone, like, you just can't skip steps. You want someone to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, you literally have to be a friend first. Someone you want to be a wife or husband, they literally have to be a boyfriend or girlfriend first. Someone you want forever with, you do have to go through like a lifetime or many lifetimes with, and be able to find one another. And like it's a test. Are you going to be able to find me amongst all the chaos that is this world? Your soulmate's going to be placed in a very random dynamic that you're not going to expect, but it's going to be exactly like the puzzle pieces just going to perfectly fit. A different reading was like, one person's going to be like, okay, I want love, but this thing's going on here. And then this other person's like, I want love, but this thing's going on here. And it's like, you two are going to like perfectly enmesh, where everywhere else is not going to seem like it's not going to feel like it fits. But with the right person, it just does fit. It doesn't matter if you choose other things or other people before. When the time comes, the time comes. It's like and even spirit will like reinforce it and be like, yes, 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 yes. Like, you won't be able to say no because of how much spirit is going to be telling you yes. So, friends, it's going to be a-okay to love yourself and love the people around you. It may be uncomfortable to start doing it because hate's not always received well, and also it's the same with love. Love's not always received well, and it's like everyone's on their own journey with that. But as long as you do what it takes to make sure that you're able to love, you're able to do what you want to do. That Four of Cups is giving accepting and rejecting. It's giving it's okay to be skeptical. Because it's like stranger danger, right? You're not gonna just love on a stranger if they might be harmful for you. But it's giving like I'm hearing like cue dramatic effects, or like pause for dramatic. It's like someone's I'm hearing it's like you'll just know when you know, because when the situation is happening, it's like cue music. Like the director, like you're the director of your life, but you're also like kind of co-creating with like a higher power. So like if you're like situationally, you're like, I wish there would just be music playing or fireworks going off. It's like that stuff just happens naturally without you asking for it in the right connection. The Lovers, reverse. Like, just pay attention to, like, on the first date, what happens on the first date. Is this something you want to nourish and see more of? It's giving, on one of my first dates with my ex, I spilt a cup of ice cream. It's really giving, like, it shows me I chose the complete opposite person, because that ice cream fell completely upside down and it was a big old mess. It's giving, like, sometimes that synchronicity, you're not meant to understand it till you look back. But friends, it's like things will work out perfectly with the person that's perfect for you. It's like perfectly imperfect. Because, like, that ice cream falling over is, like, perfectly a symbol of how it went anyway. But it's like, if you saw it a little bit more closely, it could be preventative or protective. Because now I'm like, oh, ice cream placement. It's like, oh. It's like, even choosing the wrong person helps reinforce, like, when you choose the right person, that is the right person. Season 4, Love is Blind, could be significant for you with, what's his name? Zach and Bliss and Irina, of, like, freaking what he did in that connection. But just letting you know, there's happily ever after, even when you choose the wrong thing. Because choosing the wrong thing, it indirectly helps you choose the right thing anyway. So let's see. Collective. Ooh, yeah, like, this is, it's giving reinforcement. Someone's just contemplating, giving themselves the time to process, the energy to process. King of Wands. Someone wants the energy for you, so they're, like, making the space for that. Maybe they didn't realize how much it would take them out. They're trying to rush in towards you, but it's giving, like, any faster or slower and it would just be a mess. So they're really mustering up the strength and preparing the details for you. Someone could be Hispanic or have Hispanic placements, or know, like, Hispanic, like, some of the Hispanic language or Latin language. Someone could drive a Honda. Someone could like dad hats or soccer. Someone could have a daughter or kids that are into, like, sports. I'm getting soccer specifically, but basketball could be significant as well. Someone could have a garden. 8 of Cups reverse. Someone could also have a sibling that looks up to them, or youth that looks up to you. Like, maybe you are a leader of youth community or something like this. Bears could be significant. And someone's moving. I'm hearing someone's moving or thinking of relocating. Someone's researching their next move, whether it's literally a move or researching, like, passion project stuff. Like, they're, like, just researching regarding where they're at right now, whether that's angel numbers or, like, hobbies. Someone's just making forward movement here. It's like shots in the dark, but then when it hits, so it's like, ooh. I'm hearing, do not have your new person around things your ex was around. Even if it's like a spatula or a piece of clothing or jewelry, it's like your person can sense it. And even, or they may one day ask you, oh, where'd you get this? And if you say anything about your ex, it's giving red flag. It's giving whether or not they stay with you is like, so you may prevent an awkward situation, or you may prevent, like, you know, it's like a domino effect. It's like, you may not realize how bad it is till later. It's like, so just maybe clean up in that regard. Maybe put a timestamp on it. Anything that was before 2020, or anything that was before 2018, or anything that was before 1990, whatever year it is that you identify that person being in your life, and you're like, I don't want this person in my life, I don't want this person triggering new people in my life. It's like, you need to let go of it, and be like, okay, well, I don't know, like energy sensitive, feelings are sensitive. It's like it's giving boundaries. It's giving you want to strengthen feelings. You want to strengthen. It's just gotta let go of old feelings. Gotta let go of shit that's still around that don't belong. Someone wants a new beginning, but do you really? Because if you're attached to the spatula that was in the shared apartment, it's like you can make use of the spatula, but you can also make use of a new spatula. You made use of a boyfriend or girlfriend, but you can make use of a new boyfriend or girlfriend, right? It's like giving like new situation, new things, new. Everybody, if that's what you want, that's what you need to, like, the energy needs to apply everywhere, not just on a person, because you can't just project old energy onto a new person. If you want new things, old energy's gotta go. Old energy with old things, old people, like all those things, if it's related, it's gotta go. Someone's ungrounding pain placements. Triggered. Someone was really triggered and was avoiding it, but now they're triggered and can't avoid it. So now they're balancing here, and it could be just because they cross paths with a person or a lesson or perspective. It just is shit. Like, things are shifting, right? So this is what's going on here. Someone's working. Someone's doing a lot of work. Okay, this stuff, tower moments, that stuff takes time. The cleanup work takes lots of time. But just because there's a lot of work to do doesn't mean the person's not ready. Just because, it doesn't mean, like, certain specific details doesn't mean things. Because I was taking my depth towards my extortionist/ex as a reason not to move on, as like it's embarrassing to owe your ex anything. It's embarrassing to have your ex be attacking you. I was having that be a reason. I was holding myself back, but it's giving like the right person's going to understand your situation. The right person's going to it's just like divine timing. They're going to be ready when you are. And like, I was ready even amongst going around all this extortionist stuff. It's like you're still going to attract in what you're ready for. Whether the other person's ready or not, it's like always being able to hold space for just protecting the good things in your life. So it's like when someone's close to you, it's like it just means that everything else is good in their life and they want to show you something good. But when they have to hold space from you, it might mean that they were close to you for some time. It's good now with you, and they now need to make sure everything else is good. It's like, don't prevent someone from making sure everything else is good, because that is like, you could be making your own self stuck by like, where's my person? It's like you're focusing a lot on your person. It's like there's things that are falling apart in your life because you're not letting them address their life. It's like someone needs to pay attention to codependency. Someone needs to pay attention to independency, like what they do when they feel independent or when they can be. Someone doesn't know this practice and they need to show themselves self-love. Stop paying attention to things that are falling apart. Start paying attention to yourself. Stop paying attention to other things. That just stop paying attention to anything that's not serving you, that's not
applicable for you, like other people's drama. Like, yeah, it's juicy, yeah, it's like you're curious, yeah, you want to know, but it's giving the more in someone else's life you are, the more your own life falls apart and the more their life gets put together. It's giving like, live your life so that your life can come together. It's giving like someone's an Aquarius, or someone is a fire sign or an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The Death reverse. As one door closes, another opens. It's okay to be like in between and like not know where to go, because it's like, if a door closes, you're like, oh shoot, I was able to walk through this door, now I can't. And you're like, where do I go? And some of you are like kind of still in this where do I go, and it's like some of you are not really looking around, or if you are looking around, you're not looking thoroughly, or some of you, the door is yet to be open because you are like, it's your choice of which door to open. It's giving like, sometimes a door just naturally opens, sometimes you open the door, you choose the next chapter. It's giving someone needs to take a look at being on a love frequency more often and holding that, seeing where that takes you, because someone was on this frequency for some time and you're like, you really saw where that took you. So someone needs to see a new direction because they're exhausted. Spirit saying it's okay. They'll trust the process, that it only strengthened your manifestations. While you may not see it that way right now, it's going to make sense soon. Okay, friends. I have this card for you. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So take care and stay magical. Thank you for being with me, Melly. If you need a personal or any crystal healing, let me know and we'll get to it. Bye.